My prediction was right. Wow. Here we are. Leafs fan reacts to Tampa Bay defeating the New York Rangers in 6 games. Predicted Tampa Bay would win in 6, and they have. And from this series, New York had that 2-0 series lead. They were scoring 5-on-5. They were beating Vasilevsky up top, high blocker. Shesterkin was playing better than Vasilevsky. And then we go to game 3. New York is up 2-0. Now, really, they were up 1-0 majority of the game. They get that second goal. They're up 2-0, 20 minutes to go. Oh, no. Tampa Bay obviously scores right away in the third period. They tie it up. And then Palat scores with under 40 seconds to go. Maybe it was 40 seconds. They take the 3-2 win in game 3. Momentum starts to swing. Tampa Bay was the better team in game 3. Like the Leafs were the better team against Tampa Bay a couple of times there. But it doesn't matter because Tampa Bay won, unlike the Leafs. Tampa Bay was the better team in game 3. We move on to game 4 where Tampa Bay was the much better team. And they win and they score late again. No, that was game 5. Game 4 was when they were up 2-0. Andre Palat, I think they ended up winning 4-1. Andre Palat had like 3 points. So he had the game winner in game 3. Then he had a 3-point night. And then game 5, it was the Zergachev show. Zergachev scores. People thought, oh, okay, how'd that go in? Then the second one, he made a great little play, shot it, hits off Palat. I think people were saying, Zergachev had 1.5 goals that game. Either way, it was still at the tail end of game 5, and they win. Vasilevsky outplayed Shesterkin. Not saying Shesterkin played bad at all. He played great, just not as good. And then we go into game 6. I'm gonna tell you right now, Shesterkin was phenomenal in this game. He made some spectacular saves. One on Kucherov with the glove. I think it wasn't Stamkos. It was right after the Stamkos goal to make it 2-1, where he just dove across with his right pad and made that save and gave the Rangers a chance. He played great. Now, Stamkos' first goal, don't want that to go in. The second goal, unfortunate. I thought he had it in his glove. You could see the puck pop out. Stamkos just continues to drive the net after he shoots, and it goes past him. Those two, you definitely want back. You want him to hold that one, and you don't want him to give up that low blocker side for that first goal. But he did have to make some absolutely spectacular saves, so I guess, you cut them out and go, okay, yeah, we'll give Tampa those 2 goals because they probably should have scored those 2 others. In game 6, Vetrano scores off the draw on an iffy one because when you watch it, Steven Stamkos, was it a penalty against Lafreniere? Probably. Did he go down easily? Yes. And you could see John Cooper go like, that's on you. I don't know if he was talking about the Stamkos penalty or I forget, like it was a previous call earlier on in that shift. Anyway, Game 6 was good. I felt Tampa Bay was the better team, and they were. I think they almost doubled them up in shots, and you could just tell the momentum. It was all Tampa. Tampa could throw any line out there. Like Corey Perry was playing like second-line minutes. Any line out there, and they were doing well against New York, and New York struggled. Unlike at the beginning of the series where they were scoring 5-on-5, they were beating Vasilevsky up high. If you watch this game, Zibanejad on the power play anyway, he's shooting that high blocker, and Vasilevsky's getting that shoulder up. He's prepared for it. He's making the saves. And then you have to be precise, and what they were doing was they were going high and they were going wide, or Tampa Bay is just getting in the lane. Cernak on the penalty kill before Vetrano scored. On that penalty kill, he made, it was Zibanejad. He just did a wrister. He was looking that high blocker. Cernak stopped it with his right arm. He blocked another one, a one-timer. So they're getting in those lanes, and Vasilevsky was just solid. The Vetrano goal was nice. The only reason it didn't get blocked was if you watch Killorn when he came out, it looked like he kind of lost his footing. It might have been just like off the draw. I have to watch the replay again. Maybe just a little bit of interference, but like smart interference off the draw by the Rangers player. And he just couldn't get there on time. It was a great slap shot. And it was a great play off the draw, great face-off win. And it just beats Vasilevsky inside the post. But other than that, he was solid tonight. And overall, outplayed Shesterkin. Shesterkin had to make the bigger saves, but Vasilevsky outplayed him for the majority of the game, and that's the reason Tampa won. Other than the fact that New York can't score 5-on-5, and all four lines just couldn't get anything going. You couldn't get it. Like one line might do really well, like Panarin and them. They're okay. Look, there's some momentum building, and then stagnant. Nothing really else. Like you had Lafreniere playing with different players. I think he was out there with Kopp and Vetrano at one point, and they're trying to mix up the lines to get something going, and they just couldn't. And Tampa Bay was just playing some stingy defense, and it worked, right? They blocked lanes, they kept them to the outside, and in the end, New York just couldn't get anything going when they pulled Shesterkin, and Tampa Bay wins. Like I said at the beginning, I think it was when it was 2-0 New York, or no, when Tampa Bay tied up 2-2, I said it was like Tampa Bay kind of but took those first two games in New York and just took everything in. They're like, okay, game one went like this, let's try this. We're going to counter with this. Okay, game two didn't work too well. All right, let's counter like this. Let's make the adjustments. And they did, starting from the goaltending, the defense, and the offense, and it worked. Even in games where you're like, Tampa Bay's outplaying them, man, it's a close game. At the drop of a hat, they're like, it's time now. And in those big moments, they get it done. Palat in game 3. All of game 4. Game 5, Palat again, but I'm going to say Sergachev was great. And this game, Captain Steven Stamkos said, I'm going to score. I'm going to drive the net. That second goal, right after Vetrano scores, that second goal, and Stamkos just puts his head down, beats his D-man, and Kucherov, probably one of the easiest assists he needs to do. Oh, there's open space. I'll just feed it to Stamkos. It's just those moments Tampa Bay had and New York didn't. And that's why Tampa Bay is going for the three-peat against Colorado. Wonderful series. New York has a bright future, obviously. They are a great team. Some decisions have to be made, obviously, but no need to get into those now. I don't think New York Rangers fans, I don't think the New York Rangers players or management should be upset with themselves. I know some people will be upset maybe Gallant didn't challenge the Stamkos goal. I understand why he didn't, because really it hit off Stamkos. Because it was loose in the glove, right? It hit off Stamkos, and the puck was by Shesterkin's glove, already going in after Stamkos. Then Stamkos makes contact with Shesterkin's glove. So I get why he didn't want to risk getting a penalty with 6 minutes to go, because they could build momentum, but having to do a penalty kill after that and down by 1, and you're just emotions just drained. I understand why he didn't do it. Now, next up, we got Tampa Bay going for a three-peat against Colorado, trying to knock off the back-to-back Stanley Cup champions. This is the story. This is what everyone was expecting for the last 3 years. These two teams, to me, it's finally going to be there. Vasilevsky is obviously the better goaltender than either Kemper or Francouz. Defense, holy crap. You got Hedman going up against Makar. You got the depth defense of Colorado, the depth defense of Tampa Bay. That's a wash right there. I think if Sam Girard's with Colorado, maybe even a little bit higher for Colorado. Just more weapons, I would say. And then you go to the forward group. And if Nazem Kadri comes back, I think it's going to be a big, big difference maker. And same thing, I guess, Braden Point with Tampa Bay. Either way, offenses are there, defense is there. Goaltending, I'm going to give it to Tampa Bay. I think Tampa Bay technically has the advantage here, even without Point and Avs without Kadri and Girard and Kemper. I think Tampa Bay has the advantage. It's a great story. Tampa Bay can win 3 in a row, which I'm going to congratulate them if they do. I'm going to go for Colorado. I'm going to go for Colorado just because you want Nate McKinnon to get that win, and you want someone to knock them off. It can't be the Leafs. Why not Colorado for the Stanley Cup? Former Toronto Maple Leaf Nazem Kadri win the Cup. Go for it. He doesn't get suspended in the playoffs. Cool. Anyway, that's it for me. Amazing series. Tampa Bay defeats New York in 6 games, off to the Stanley Cup final for the three-peat. Patty Maroon is going for number 4. And Corey Perry is trying not to lose back-to-back-to-back Stanley Cup finals. It's going to be a heck of a story. Enjoy. Cheers, everyone. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. See you next time.